Trump must negotiate with Kim to avert nuclear catastrophe. The increasingly threatening rhetoric between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, report, the 15th of August, risks triggering a conflict that could escalate to the annihilation of everyone on this fragile planet. Is it not time for the UN Security Council to step up to its primary responsibility under the UN Charter, the maintenance of international peace and security? Its first action is usually to recommend both parties reach agreement by peaceful means, helping with mediation if needed. Both Kim Jong-un and South Korean President Moon Jae-in are reported to be willing to talk, and there is a New York back channel between Joseph Yoon, the U.S. envoy for North Korea policy, and North Korean diplomat Pak Song-tu. Sweden has long-standing diplomatic representation in North Korea, and 7 EU countries now have embassies in Pyongyang. The Security Council has imposed heavy sanctions. It has the channels to now urgently promote a dialogue towards negotiation. Why is the U.S. threatening war with North Korea instead of pressing for negotiations? The short answer is Donald Trump's desire to distract public attention away from the Russia investigation, which has taken an ominous turn of events with the raid on Trump advisor Paul Manafort's home, the pending interrogation of Trump's personal assistant, Rona Graff, and the investigation into Trump's financial entanglements with Russia, which Donald Trump Jr. admitted were substantial. Kim Jong-un and Trump are cut from the same cloth. Both will do anything to survive. North Korea has every right to be wary of U.S. intentions. Trump's war of words, belittling Kim Jong-un, is totally irresponsible and plays into Kim's playbook, depicting the U.S. as the nasty aggressor. We need a diplomatic solution to the problem, not hellfire and brimstone. We have threatened military strikes and imposed tight sanctions and nothing has worked. Why don't we try something different? Bombard North Korea with acts of unconditional kindness, drones packed with food to remote areas to feed North Korea's impoverished people to counter Kim's shrill anti-American rhetoric. This would generate goodwill, diffuse tensions, promote pro-American sentiments, and may eventually topple North Korea's one-man rule. When, after the U.S. dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, President Harry Truman threatened Japan with a rain of ruin from the air, the like of which has never been seen on this earth, the Red Army was moving into Manchuria and the Soviet Union seemed likely to control all of East Asia, making American sacrifices in the Pacific redundant. 3 days later, the U.S. dropped its sole remaining deployable atomic bomb on Nagasaki. The U.S., of course, had no military need to have weapons of mass destruction on standby in August 1945. But what is the hurry for President Trump? Alarmingly for those with any knowledge of history, both sides are fixated on their own internal logic. Trump has circled brief that he is being advised by some to push very hard, even to the point of launching a preemptive strike, and he is conspicuously failing to deny this. For Truman, the Japanese surrender was an attainable goal for which the costs had been paid and would stop once the surrender had happened. And he had good reason to suppose that his enemy also feared a Soviet takeover. All Trump has done is convince the paranoid